Hello and welcome to the Crowvid 119 podcast. My name is Urs, and joining me on the ones and zeros, the birthday boy himself.
Thank you.
BP Crow.
BP Crow, yeah, BP Crow is in the house.
Happy birthday,
Thank you. For those following the social, it is Wednesday, so the lid is back on.
Okay, that's good because there was a bit of concern about the lid. And of course, across the interwebs tonight, Dylan.
Guilty! Happy birthday, Michael! Wow,
Thanks,
24
bro.
looking beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, now coming to you live as usual from the Fulham bunker.
We've just been flooded.
Well, it's funny you say that because there was a massive earthquake
Flood
today, and there's a
tsunami.
US is on the east coast, maybe on the or the west coast rather. Tsunami watch. Coming to you live from the Fulham bunker, did that part, and Michael, it's completely balls this up. It's
well done.
Can you tell we're well overdue? This is the one, Michael.
This is the one where we all got wet. Well, not you, because you moved seats.
That's right. I was sitting up in the nosebleeds, mate. I wasn't wet at all.
Yes, and he was due back down at half time, and he basically said, "F you, Dad and Dill, I'm not coming down."
That's right.
Whoa. So when I stood up and pointed at you for Rob to kick his goal, you were meant to be there.
I was meant to be there. As a matter of fact, Dylan, I believe you might have kicked your wife back out of my seat so that I could come back down.
Correct.
And I said, I'm going to sit up here where it's nice and dry.
It's all good. Cass can have my seat. Was all right. Well, I think with the hang on, let me get my phone out and fact check this.
Stunned. Here I am. The typical man points at cloud, pointing at no one.
Correct.
Where is he?
Yeah, no.
So I sat down.
Let the team down.
You did.
So, boys, I have to say, though, this is also the one where the margin that the Crows managed to muster on the weekend was almost matching the number of episodes we were hitting tonight,
yes,
Michael.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to say, Crowies, a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
One job.
2 more points.
2 more points. Fog, you could have eyesight. You just literally kicked the first goal of the game. It was gifted to you, and you screwed it, man.
Now I'm gonna jump right to the end of the game because it was kind of a weird finish. But I will have to say, I want to start with this though. This was the most amazing demolition of a game I think I've ever seen. The conditions alone to win by 98 points, utterly insane.
Yep.
Utterly insane.
It's a hard one, isn't it? Because we look at it and go, "Wow, we absolutely put the foot on the throat and nailed it." And then the other flip side of that is Port have just given up. They've given up their shit. They've lost the plot. And it's I don't feel sorry for them. It could happen to a better club. But gee whiz, you're pathetic.
Yes, I mean, and it's funny because, like I said, right at the end of the game, we all wanted that 100-point win. And when the siren went, I don't know what it was like where you guys are sitting, but when the siren went, myself included, we all like all the people around us just sort of went, "Oh, like we just won by 98 points." But when the siren went, we went, "Oh," because we were all desperate for that 100-point win.
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, I guess 98 will do."
Other than running out, I think that last 30 seconds was the most animated the crowd got.
Yeah.
The rain ruined that game.
Yes.
I hated it. I hated that game. But you can't comment because you're up in the dry.
So when you say it ruined the game for the spectators, because obviously the outer was clear. But
I didn't have any. I can honestly say I didn't have fun.
Oh really? Oh no, I disagree. And maybe because I was sitting up where I was quite dry throughout the whole game. But that was one of the most amazing games I've ever seen.
I'm not trying to put it down. I love it. I love the rain. I think the true supporters sit out in the rain. We copped a bit of flack when the first downpour started, and I actually pulled the kids just out really quickly, and it was like, "Oh, well done, man! You hung in there for as long as you could." I think the one thing that shits me, and I don't want to get political, is all those dickheads that stand on the hill. Stay on the hill. You're not welcome under the bleachers because it becomes fucking unsafe.
Dangerous.
And I'll be real honest with you. I think it's something they need to look at because there was a rush, there was a crush. And it was borderline. I couldn't even get out with my kids. I was stuck in the middle of it, and it was like, "This is a joke. Piss off back to the hill where you belong." Just it's not our problem. But they probably need more crowd control because, and to be honest, everyone in their seats was getting up to and doing the same thing. So you'd have 20,000 people all trying to fit in that back area, and it doesn't work.
It does not.
Yeah. No.
So I wanted to go stand under the grandstand at halftime, and I thought pretty much what you said. Yeah, this doesn't feel right. So I went back to my seat and just stood there.
And just to back myself in, had I not had my whole family there in the night, I would have been sitting, Dylan, next to you and the Machino in the outer getting satched all night. But I had the choice, so I chose option B. Now we've got to address. Bergman provided probably the craziest start to a showdown in Showdown history, and 4 bloody misses.
Yeah, I see it. You know what? I see it every week in the under-8s.
That's their level at the moment, isn't it?
I love that. Oh, no, that's my point, right? And we're like, no, go back the other way. We're like, yelling at the kid who's got the ball. We're like, and then they're like, shit. But Bergman took us straight out of the middle, straight down the gut, straight on Foggy's tit. And wasn't it the biggest letdown? I actually think it's the craziest and funniest start, but also the biggest letdown in a showdown ever. Because it was like, he needed to slam it home so we could all get up and just be like, yeah, you.
Absolutely.
Jobs already doing the wanker and really getting on the bandwagon, and then we missed it and was like, oh wow. Yeah. I've actually got a fun fact for you.
Hit me.
The Crows and Port have both won the same amount of finals since 2016. Crows haven't played finals in 7 years.
Yeah.
I can also add to that one of Port's premiership players retired this week. He's played in the grand final. Rory Atkins.
Oh yes. Yeah. Good old Ratkins. So boys, interesting game. It was 3 goals in the first quarter. Now, and I have to admit, when we're sitting at 3-6 and we're peppering the points,
I cracked the shits.
And then Port came back in the last 2 minutes and slammed home 3 goals in quick succession. Did you both just sit there and go, oh, fuck, here we go?
Yes. And I think
I must admit, I had a feeling of okay, maybe it's not going to be what I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
However, we actually don't play too bad in the wet. It didn't concern me. We've been doing that a lot this year, though, haven't we? We give up junk time, and that's exactly what that was. It was 3 goals in probably 2.5 minutes, and it was all junk time. Pretty annoying.
It was.
We can't do that come finals.
No, we can't, because it really was a dominant display. We just let ourselves down right at the end. But so I think it was 3 goals in the first, 4 goals in the second, in what was torrential rain in that second quarter. 5 goals in the third, and the fourth quarter, 8 goals.
8 goals.
Drove it home.
Do you know what game was our second until now largest showdown margin?
What?
2017.
Yeah.
Torrential rain.
Yeah, right. What was the margin there?
Wasn't it 82?
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
The one we overtook, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So although my bipolar kicked in,
the
more it rained, I was confident we'd win and win well.
No, we're a good wet weather team.
We are, yes.
They played beautifully.
They did. They played proper wet weather football. It was the whole night. It was just get the ball moving forward. We went back to the old school, nothing trying to be fancy. Because I reckon there was one game that it was a bit wet and we tried to be a little bit too fancy at times.
Hawthorn?
Can't remember. Yeah, maybe it was the Hawthorn. I can't remember. I mean, Hawthorn game was a bit different because it was also absolutely blowing its tits off. But it was just proper, back to old school, keep the ball moving forward, no nonsense sort of play. But Jesus, filthy. That goal on his left.
Oh, that man. He never shaved that beard.
No, he never shaved the beard. But he's just
Did you give him the 3 points, though?
I did not.
I did. Segment spoiler.
I did not. We'll get to that deal.
Sorry.
When we get to the movie medal.
Just because you mentioned filthy, you know what? I was filthy.
Yeah. Because Dylan, I'm assuming probably just like me, you might have given it to a number 1-4.
All I'm saying is the quality of goals from that young man in that last quarter, and one of them was elite in that weather of football. I don't know who made that call. They should be shot. I am filthy.
Yeah. Look, I mean, because to be honest, on the night, he didn't sort of come into my calculations too much. So maybe it was just, I don't know what it was, but I had a few other players picked out before him. And, but mind you, they're saying, I think the voting gets done, 10 minutes still to play.
Yeah.
And obviously, Solly kicked those goals really late that last quarter. But I thought he had a fantastic game, Dylan. So while we're talking about...
I'll take the goals out of it. He was best on ground anyway. That's the game that sets the rest of his season on fire. And we've been waiting for this, right? So Solly's arrived back again. Yep. The only thing that will disappoint it clearly is a quiet game against Hawthorn. But I think this is the level, dare I say, if the Crows are going to win a flag, Solly needs to be playing at that level, and he delivered that. And so the upward trajectory is there for everybody to see. I don't know when we're ever going to do another ladder predictor, but I have us sitting higher than what I had us.
What are you doing? The text line's open.
Put it away.
The text line.
Sorry, Dylan.
I'm just saying, I think right now the sky is the absolute limit, and as long as we're trying to reach for the sky, I'm chomping at the bit right now.
Well, I think, and because you missed the pod last week, but we gave Solly some love last week too, because I think last week was part of that build. His game last week was not as good as this week's, but it's certainly that upward trajectory, certainly, because he had a very quiet sort of 8-week period, and we were talking about perhaps does he go back to the sample now, but I feel like now he's flicked that switch, and he's finding the ball again, so it's that's a good thing for him and for the club.
Yes, absolutely, mate.
Now, Fogg didn't have a great night, but he's got some quality about him, man. That one-handed scoop and then hand pass, which led to Filthy's goal, was just outstanding, and that just demonstrates his quality. Yep. And I've talked before about his field kicking. He really is a good footballer, and he's just got to keep. I think he's just got to keep doing what he's doing, and if he can sort of improve year on year, that 5%, 10%, especially like with his production of goals, he is crucial to that forward line, that part of that three-headed monster.
Yep, absolutely.
It was quite interesting. So I watched the replay so I could see it a bit closer. And I wrote down this little stat here, but at the halfway point of the second quarter, the score was 36-21. Now, we went on in 2.5 quarters and absolutely destroyed them from there.
Well, they only kicked one more goal, didn't they?
Maybe 2, but we went on to kick another 90-odd points from in that 2.5 quarters. Like, utterly insane performance from our boys.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. It was one of those. It was a complete performance. If you actually take those 3 minutes out, that scoreline is ridiculous. I know it's one-sided as it is, but you take the 3 goals in the 2.5 minutes and we shut that out. Jesus, it looks like a completely different scoreline.
Definitely. I'm just wondering if this is working properly.
Yeah, that's all good. Audio's all good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when Rob's kicking check side goals, you're only on a good thing.
You're on a good thing.
You're
on an absolute good thing.
Man, I laughed about how pissed off the umpire.
Keith, get away.
Yeah, how many times?
How many fucking times are you trying to handball it to Ben Keys as well?
And in the end, he's like, all right, fuck it, I'll just kick the check side. And he
did it.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. But look, I just want to, on a night where we absolutely smashed the opposition, we led tackles 103-73, and we led tackles in our forward 50 22-10.
Elite.
Like, seriously, that is some good going.
You there, Dill?
Yeah, mate. It's ridiculous good going. For such a big fella, wow, honestly, just amazing, wasn't it? It was an unbelievably good goal. There was a big part of it was you want to see Keezy get the goal in the end too, because he was so hungry for it. And I'd like to get the ruling on it because I don't think he was doing anything wrong. It's almost like the umpire wanted us to not get that goal.
Yeah, it's weird because I don't know if like you're right, Joel. I'm not certain what that what the ruling is particularly because I didn't know. I thought that if you're your teammate, you can sort of almost run around the back and get the hand pass type thing. So a bit of a weird one. And the other big kudos I want to say is in that last quarter, it was so good to see Curtin start in the centre.
Yes. Oh, love that. And he looks so natural.
He does. Like And I'm going to jump straight to this. I cannot describe my excitement for Curtin. Like, I don't have the words to describe my excitement for Curtin at the moment. But let me put it this way. I don't buy people's names or, numbers on Guernseys and stuff. But if I was to buy a Guernsey right now, it would have the number 6 on the back. He has just honestly become this year just my favourite player. Yeah. I love watching this kid play so much. He is insanely talented. And I honestly believe that he is going to go on to win Brownlows and become like a Bontempelli type midfielder where he's going to take over from Dawson at some point. And he's freakishly talented. So provided his body, he stays fit and he keeps focused, I think he could honestly be the best player in the competition.
You nail on the head. He's really starting to come out now, and I still stand by it. I don't even know where his best position is. I think they just let him. He's almost like he just does his thing. He roams around.
Yeah.
Is he going to be the next captain of the Crows? I think that's the next question.
Could that be your mate Nads, mate? You got any more intel on that?
I haven't. It's funny though because I was on scrolling through Twitter last night, and Dale Thomas. He's fast becoming one of my favorite. Like I mentioned him last week, I think, but he's fast becoming him with Joey Montagna, my favorite media person. But he's sitting in between Caro and Volcano, and he's sitting there going, "So the Adelaide boys, yeah, you two have set this off because Caro come out with the story." About how he didn't want to, he didn't want to come to the club and blah blah because Tex Walker this and so then he's reached out to the club to try and clear the air talks, and he says now that from what he's hearing that the group chat is all pretty lit, and Naz is well and truly in a number of group chats with a few of the Crows boys, and so Kane straight away is backtracking on, why are you bringing me into this like little sook that he is, and Caro. Fucking Caro, she shits me. I stand by what I say, but you can be right on Monday and wrong on Friday. Or Caro, maybe you're just wrong, period.
Yeah.
It's like, she'll die on that hill, but she's freaking wrong.
Yeah. The back door, she's going straight out the back door, right? She's, yeah.
As long as I get him.
Well, I mean, look, he's another just, oh my God. Well, off the Crows topic here, but did you guys watch that last quarter of St Kilda Melbourne?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
I cannot believe what happened last quarter. So much so that I popped a KO on in the classroom today just to show my students in my class the last 2.5 minutes of that last quarter. Like it just a crazy finish to the game.
The guy guarantees you flags.
Yeah.
He's the kind of kid that his price tag's just risen a hell of a lot. However, it's going to guarantee you flags. And if the Crows are listening to the podcast, sign him up.
The question would be what you got to give up to get him, but I guess whatever you got to give up, you give it up, don't you?
Port will be doing everything now in their power. The problem is, like we all know, they've got to give up a lot right now to even be in the race.
Yeah.
It's a hard one.
Well, they've got to get permission to do anyway, so
yeah.
Know.
Unless Butters is involved in that trade, though, you
it
can't
has to be Butters at minimum. Yeah, and
Butters is not going to go to St Kilda.
No,
he will want to go to the Dogs. No. I mean, the Dogs are going to have to come up with something to give to St Kilda.
As good as Butters is, he's not elite NAS, right? So they are two different things, and it's going to be Butters plus. Because I Butters is great, but I wouldn't have him at the Crows. So yes, he's a good player. Yes, he's a walk-up, start-up in majority of the AFL sides, probably every side. But he's not NAS.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Just a bit of kudos to our defense. Now, I know Mark Keane sort of, what's the word? You've been uncertain about him at times. What are your thoughts on Keane now after seeing his last month of footy?
Yeah, no. I originally, when the talk was him about leaving, I was all about him leaving. Yeah. Last year I didn't think he could hold a bar of soap. I'm very happy with the way he's going about it, and he's an integral part of that Crows unit. Very very stable, very hard defender. Does his job.
Yeah. Now, Keezer again, 3 goals, 4. He had an off night with a boot. You could have had 2 bang bang like really quick at the start of the game, but just keeps going from strength to strength, doesn't he?
Yep.
Same as Jimmy Peatling. 26 possessions again, 6 tackles, and kicked a goal this time.
I love Peatling.
I do too. He has just brought another string to our midfield bow that I don't know that we even needed. He's just another dimension to that midfield that now, when in those games where Peatling's been away because he's been unfairly suspended in some cases, in my opinion, we've missed him severely. So the fact that this kid's come in off the back of probably playing a couple bit part roles in a couple seasons for Giants and done what he's done is just a credit to himself.
Because the funny one too is, so if you go back over that really quickly, you've got Peatling, you've got Keys, you've got Berry. So Berry's the next one, just performing at an elite level, deserves his spot, won't lose it for the rest of the year. Berry is the epitome of a blue collar worker. Just does so much good. I'm just so impressed with Berry, and we were a little light with him in the preseason, weren't we? He was outstanding. We're like, wow, if this is what he is going to offer up, he's going to get his spot, and he's done it all year. So good on you, Bez. The one for mine that's actually funny, and I get it, Rankin's a bit of a flash in the player, but he just doesn't set it alight for me at the moment. But the best thing is we've got 4 or 5 of these other players around him that are doing that, and we're not relying on Rankin to be the spark. And I think that's the most, the best thing about the Crows currently. And Cook was okay too. Cook was okay on the weekend. I thought he played a very good game for his 10 disposals.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I'm pleased with what Cook's offering. Just as something a bit different. Because he's one, we had a quick chat about him last week too, because he's one that I was really hoping would come on.
Yep.
But he, for whatever reason, didn't, because he's always been a really silky mover and a quite a good kick. It's just a matter of getting his hands on the ball enough at the AFL level. So he's gone back SANFL. He's spent probably more time than he would like there, but they've been working on him as a bit more of a forward role. But he had a bit of time on the wing. So he's one, because to be honest, still a month ago, I was pretty sure he was just going to end up being one of those ones delisted at the end of the year on the scrap heap.
Yep.
But now I think he holds his spot.
Yep. The other, again, Neil Bullen, isn't he just paying his own check? So 18 disposals, one goal, and then 12 tackles. And I get it. The conditions are made for tackling, but to still rack up 12 tackles shows you what he brings to the team. It's that still, it's the mettle, it's the aggressiveness, it's locking the ball in at times. The guy just signed his own check. And the other one who I really, really, really love is Worrell. How good is Worrell?
Yeah.
If you listen back to this segment, just this last 3 minutes, we are in a fucking good spot, aren't we? We are in a really, really, and I'm talking a really good space here. This is a team with just maybe a couple of other little add-ins. They'll be unbeatable in years to come. I'm becoming sure of this. There's nothing surer right now than the way they've built and I've been so critical of Nick's. I haven't enjoyed his coaching in all the shit games that we sat through, but gee whiz, it's all just coming together, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah.
You said a great thing there. Do you think he's just being allowed to coach now? He's not having to deal with all the other stuff? Because there was quite a poignant moment, maybe towards the end of the first quarter, and I keep forgetting, what's the Brisbane bloke's name? Him.
Player.
No, the assistant coach.
Oh, yes.
Him.
Jack Homsch.
No, that's the other one. The old bloke from Brisbane. Things aren't going too well in again, audio and visual medium. He's put his hand on Nixie's shoulder and said, chill. Well, it's all cool. Murray Davis.
Yep, that's it.
We got
yes.
there.
I'm looking it up.
Just such a calming.
Yep.
And he just, Matthew, like, chill, man. Maybe Nixie's just being allowed to coach now. He doesn't have to be doing everything.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's the thing too, because with the all the Nick's out stuff that was going on, and
we never did that, by the way, Gil. I don't know.
I was never a part of that.
Yeah, I've always been Team Nick.
So like, I mean, at the time I was saying, well, I've never been part of the Knicks. Really, I had one moment where I was like, I'm starting to see it, boys. But it was all about getting the right people around him, and I think
I was about to say that, Jared. You're right. They finally got the right people around him too, and got him that support.
I think it was Jared who had the Crowvid merch going.
Yeah, okay, mate. So cause it's almost that Richmond moment, and we're not there yet, obviously, because of what Richmond achieved by it. But instead of sacking Hardwick, they got the people around him, and then you look what happened at the Richmond Football Club. So we've got I wholeheartedly believe what you're saying is true. We've got a very well-rounded, well-balanced, and deep squad.
Yeah.
We haven't had our injuries tested too badly so far this season, but we've got some quality knocking down the door that are just screaming for a shout as well. But the vibes are good at the club. The boys are playing for each other, and they're playing for Nixie, and they're having fun. And I guess with Rankin too, the best thing about Rankin at the moment is we're not relying on him in the midfield at the moment.
Correct. Yeah. So it's funny you say that. Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Footy's fun when you're playing good footy.
I'm calling it. I've been very critical of Isaac not taking his moments.
Yes.
He is going to take his moments. Northern Ends, prelim day, leaders off.
Now,
and then grand final day.
Do you know, can I just say something? I know I mention my underrates a lot, but on my board every week, once I go through, this is how we're playing football today, the last two thing is have fun and love your football. Because they're like two critical elements. I can teach the kids whatever they want, but if they're not having fun and loving their football, you play shit football, right? That's just have fun, man. It's yes, I'm being serious, but just have fun.
And part of that is getting a few wins on the board.
Yeah.
Now, Dill, I've got some information here. So we're talking about Worrell and Keane. Now, Adelaide currently boasts one of the best performed defences in champion data history, and it's largely thanks to two main players, Worrell and Keane, who are numbers 1 and numbers 2 in interceptors in the competition, Dill. So, buddy, we got ourselves. So just to be clear, Dylan is flipping me the bird right now because he knows.
And if you you can watch it on YouTube.
It's not how you get them. It's not where they get them. It's the impact of getting them.
Call it what you want, brother. Now, the other thing I've got to bring up. Now, Dill, I need your help with this, Dylan. Now, shout out to the main man, Machino. Now, I've been working, Michael, on another little image during the week.
Oh, yes.
Now, Dill, I think.
Oh, you go.
I think it's clear to say now that the Machino curse is dead when it comes to Neil Bullen. Now, Dill, how did the Machino curse come about? Can you fill us in a bit more on that?
Oh, you put me on the bloody spot. He said something about Neil Bullen in a game where I was sitting next to him, and I can't remember the comment because I'm calling the spot, but I remember looking at Dino and being like, "Wash your bloody mouth out with soap, Dino."
You go.
Yeah, ever since he made the comment, and it was derogative towards, and has just been elite ever since that. It's one of those moments where it's like, I'm glad you fucking said it. And every time something happens at the Adelaide Oval, we're sitting there, I'm just looking in his eye, like, you eating your words, Dino.
Because after last week when he had 31 and 3, and then against Port, he had another, 18, 12 tackles. And so I've messaged Machino during the week and I said, hey, Dad, check out this image. I'm going to post it this week after the podcast. And he's got the Machino curse is dead. And this is his cheeky ass response. It was like, you're welcome. And he said,
you're welcome.
Yeah, he goes like, you're welcome. He goes, who do you want me to inspire next? So, boys, if there's a player that needs a rocket, we need to get Dino involved.
I don't know that there is one, to be honest. That's a tough one.
So,
Dino,
anyway.
Just swallow it, mate.
Yeah. So he's quite proud of himself because he says, I'll wear that. I'll take that. But that's mine. The reason that Neil Bullen is playing as elite as he is all because of our Father, and that curse has been lifted. So look out on Twitter, Father. Michael, I might have to send it to you so you can put it on Insta.
Oh, I'm all over the socials at the moment.
But the curse of Dino is officially been listed. Now, he's also got some correspondence, Michael, from the old man. P.S. Shout out to the sax man. He says, you got to get hot to play real cool. How did he do it in those conditions on top of the Adelaide Oval roof? What a legend. So, Matty Summit, there's some love from the Machino as well.
Disappointed it wasn't the scoreboard.
I know you were disappointed. You called it early.
I think if it comes to a prelim, he has to be popping out of the scoreboard, or he's going to be on top. There's going to be something going on with the scoreboard if we get a prelim.
I'm going to pull you back on that. I think all finals have to be on the scoreboard.
So
I think it needs to be a special moment like a prelim.
Yeah. I think all finals will be special because they're going to be shit.
I think, Matty, you might have to go rogue, fella, and just go storming up the inside of there, just like get the whole, just like kick out one of the numbers, and then just hang your half body out, just playing the saxophone, mate. The whole crowd, they'll lose their shit if they see that.
So maybe going on a flow from last week, maybe you could put a prompt into ChatGPT and ask how to do it.
Moving on. So speaking of injuries, Michael, great segue. How disappointing is the news about Max?
Yes, very.
4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks, which means we are going to miss him.
He'll be back for qualifying.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. He'll be back for finals.
Give him a nice rest.
So my question is now: is this a chance for Hugh Bond, who's been a bit of a forgotten man this season? Is he going to get that small defender run with role now while Max is getting himself rehab?
I think he's a walk-up starts. No, this is his chance, and he needs to take it with both hands. I think every time he comes in, he doesn't disappoint. Right? I think he's just one of those. You don't quite belong here at the moment with this lineup, but when you get your chance, make the most of it. And I think he'll do just that.
Because to be fair, he was pretty amazing. I thought when he came in the back end of last season, he did his job perfectly.
Yeah, that's correct.
He was probably unlucky to not start round one this year, but he for whatever reason he hasn't, and he's doing his time in the SANFL like a lot of the boys at the moment, and so more power to him if he gets his opportunity. You're right, Dill, like Cookie, like Charlie Horse has just come in from the twos, but Chase Jones, you just got to take the ball by the horns and play every game like it is your last, because you don't know how long it will last. So now. Is there anything before I'm sort of with the eyes ahead? Is there anything else from the showdown you boys want to bring up?
No. But can I do our votes?
Yes. Oh, yes, votes. Let's look at the immunity medal.
So
I didn't bloody write mine down this week. I'm a bit cross with myself.
So, Deal, who are your votes?
I actually didn't vote. However, it would have been Saligo, Saligo.
Okay.
So I went Saligo. I ended up giving Thilthorpe the 2, and I gave Peatling. No, actually, I got a feeling I've scrapped Thilthorpe. I think I went Saligo 2, Saligo 3, Peatling 2, Miller 1. I think I gave Miller the 1 again.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, am I the only one?
You were the only one.
Oh, I'm Dylan. Last week I was the only one to give Miller the 1 vote. Like, he got 1 solitary vote, and that was from me. Yeah. And it sounds like I've done it back-to-back weeks. But honestly, Miller is seasoned. So guys, get around Junior.
Yeah, he's having a good year. Yep.
This season has been an absolute perler. Yep. Michael, what are the votes turn out?
Well, I did Filthy 3.
Yes.
I did Keezy 2.
Okay.
And I did Pedals 1.
Wow, so Saligo misses out.
Yeah. I didn't notice him. Probably because I couldn't see anything.
How hang on, wait. Right, hang on.
You've upset him.
That's okay.
He's touched the ball 35 times and kicked 2 ripper goals, and you didn't fucking see him. Wow. Honestly,
to be frank,
guys, good night.
Okay, see ya, because that's going to make the audio much better. For 3/4 of the game, I just literally could not see anything.
To be fair,
if you move,
the next best was 9 possessions behind him. I mean, honestly, guys, he's kicked 2 goals, had 35 possessions, 4 tackles, and he's not. No, I'm annoyed. How the hell? I look at Riley and think I like Riley too, man, but he did not deserve the fucking medal.
Just shut up,
Michael. The 1 vote.
Okay, so the public have spoken. 1 vote, James Peatling. I'm not going to read the rest out there. You can see it for yourself. Well done.
1 vote, James Peatling.
No, and then it goes Phil Thorpe and Jake Saligo.
So Saligo got the 3 in the end?
But you know what? That doesn't get him the fucking Showdown medal. So it's honestly, I'm so annoyed that he was absolutely just phenomenal.
Well, maybe you got
sent to do a big man who kicked 3 goals. Well done.
All right, now, gentlemen, some news during the week. Big Rob, 3-year deal.
That was last week.
Yep. No, it was this week.
No,
like
it was this week. Yeah, it was this week.
Leading. Yeah. So,
well deserved.
Thank you. So, thoughts, boys. Rob, Michael.
You're good.
I'm relieved.
Yep.
I'm relieved. Draper stays where he is. He'll probably go to Brisbane now.
He's going to Brisbane. The word is, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and we can. So he's here now for the next few years, and so we can everyone can get over themselves that don't like him, and we can start building up either the Lachlan McAndrew either to replace him in the end, or whether we get a young
Taylor Goad from North Melbourne who's not playing.
What's that? I don't like not Rob. Who doesn't like Rob?
Plenty of people have opinions about Rob.
I've had some strong opinions on Rob in recent past couple of years.
Look, I think the big man had frustrating games, but he's fucking reliable. And I think he continuously competes, and he competes, and he competes, and I think that's all you need from a big man.
Yep, I agree.
Yep.
So no, I'm pleased. I'm pleased with the big man getting 3 more years. I think he's especially this season is because, and to be fair, and we discussed this last week too about it's taken a couple years. He's had a couple down years, to be fair, and this season has been really, really good. But of course, it's his contract season, so he needs to make sure he's playing good to get some dollars. So Now, the other thing that happened on the Showdown night too, Michael, which happened before the game, was they did they backdated some Showdown medals.
Yes.
Now, the 3 medalists, Brett James, Roo, and Bix. Yeah. So they were the ones. What's the word? What's the proper word when they posthumously when they give it up to people die? But that's not what happened here. What do they call it?
Retrospectively.
Thank you. They retrospectively gave the Showdown medals to those first 6 games. Obviously, the first 3 were in that first with the Port one, and the Crows boys picked up theirs last night. Now, gentlemen, Hawks, Friday night, coming off an 8-day break versus our 6-day break in heavy conditions.
This is the 5th week in a row we've had the shorter break.
Are we concerned that we might come out a little bit flat?
I don't think we were overly tested. I don't see it as a concern. I get the short backup. I understand that. But when you win in the fashion that we won, and let's be honest, we did that because it was a non-contest, I don't think we have a whole lot to be concerned about.
Okay. Because I'm a little bit nervous. At the start of the year, when we were talking about Geelong, coming off, we had the shorter break, they had the longer break, and I was like, nah, I wasn't buying into it, saying I don't care about the 6-day break versus an 8-day break or whatever back in round 5, but we're not round 5 anymore. My only concern is this late in the season, will we have heavy legs? But Dill, you're pretty confident we're going to be just fine?
Oh, look, I think the conditions they played in the week before against Port were probably more telling. I mean, they were playing in like 90-kilometre winds in pissing rain, and I don't see it as a major concern for mine.
Okay. So for mine, I mentioned it last week. You imagine Burjo's been up in the running program, so that'd be pretty leg fried anyway. And I was discussing at work, I am not putting all my chips on the table versus Hawthorn or Collingwood. If I'm not going all in to win these ones. We will, but I've done the predict everyone. We're just going to keep going on.
I think
this one's critical though.
Yeah.
And when you think to yourself, we've got West Coast the week after, all the chips are on the fucking table this week, because this is like a win this and you're almost guaranteed second spot at an absolute bare minimum. Knock off Collingwood. Guess what? We finished minor premiers. The calculations are real simple now.
It is very simple, Dill, you're right, because if we can afford to drop one game only and hold on to second, because Geelong are going to win out unless there's some kind of, massive drastic upset. Geelong are going to win out. They've got a pretty easy run home. So that means we can, and because of our awesome percentage, we will we'll equal the Cats on points and keep second. But if we run the table, you're right, Dill, we will, after Collingwood slip up in the last few weeks, we have that real opportunity to become minor premiers. Now, either way, first or second, I don't care. But to get back to home finals, goodness me.
I couldn't give a shit about being a minor premier. It doesn't mean anything. Let's name one minor premier from the last 10 years. Go.
Sydney.
I don't know, Brisbane probably.
Well, it fucking took you a while. Then you're not going to sit there and just reel them off. Is my point, right? So who cares about a minor premiership? No one sits there and goes, "Hey, let's fucking stick up our minor premiership flag."
Yeah.
Like it doesn't happen, right? So
medal.
Where you finish doesn't matter. It's the TV schedule will schedule where they want you.
Yeah.
The only thing that AFL, if you're playing Saturday afternoon away, it'll be a mid-afternoon twilight, so you can fly home. Yeah, that's the only thing I'll do.
I think for myself, I think if that was a really hard, tough, cracking style game of football, I'll be concerned. But to win in the fashion that we did, in the manner that we did, and the confidence and the smiles and mate, this team is so full of confidence right now.
Yeah,
they front up, man. They front up Friday, and mate, I think they get the job done, and they'll get it done.
Yeah,
it's a huge game for the Adelaide Football Club right now.
Yeah, I agree. It is a huge game, and you look at the smiles on their faces at training. It's a place to be, isn't it? It's a place to be. Yep.
I've got some text line correspondence.
Okay, let's hear
eventually
from the text line.
So one of the gentlemen was off doing child bath time, and he said it was a bath.
Yeah,
just like Adelaide Oval, just like the Crowvid was on Saturday night.
Damn straight Crowvid.
And then Elijah said he was off cooking a barbecue, just how the Crowies cooked Port on Saturday. Thank you, Elijah.
There's a theme to these messages.
There is a theme. We're all pretty savage. It was a perfect way to send Kenny off.
Yep.
Really.
Speaking of sending Kenny off, did you see the send off he got from his own fans? The sign up on the bloody. That's such a Port Adelaide thing to do, isn't it? Jesus Christ.
I put it there. Really enjoyed Berry's game, and Miller off halfback was excellent. So good to see him fit and healthy.
Yes, agreed.
8 60+ wins in a season.
Mm-hmm.
When we win, we don't just win. I can't read that out. I wonder if anyone has recorded a negative 50 meters gained with the first kick of the game. Thank you, Elijah.
Yeah, is that how that would work? That stat? Would he get negative 50?
Or would it be a goal assist?
He would. Well, it could have been. It would have been a score assist, but
it would have been
favourite stat.
Would have been 104 points.
Imagine having a goal
score assist.
So just while we're speaking about goals, Adelaide's goal kicking spread at the moment is just ridiculous. Filthy's leading the way on 44, Fogg on 35, Tex on 31, with Benny Keys, Isaac Rankin 26, and Josh Rochelli still hanging in there on 25. So, and I guess the other one, so Rash is the other one that's still got to come back into this team yet, come into finals too. So
I was about to say Rash who?
Yeah. So look, you look at that top six, man. Like we got 6 players with 25 goals or more. Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's happening
now. Boys, I've got to admit something on the Showdown night. Now, probably like a lot of Crows fans, I don't love a Showdown. It's the 2 times a year I can't be a good loser. And for the past few years where finals haven't been a thing, we've had 2 grand finals each football season. Now, I'm a massive Triple J fan, and I was listening to the Hottest 100 all day, and I had the AirPods in my ears since early afternoon. Now, we're watching the countdown, Zeke and I, and I wish I brought the video. So I'm going to get Zeke to send the video to you, Michael. You can have a bit of a muck around with it if you want. Now, I've got this tweet sent out here. Now, it says Albert and Giant Crow was tweeted out saying, well, it went from 1 to 98 pretty quickly. And then Tom Richardson replies with, well, at least Port won the Hottest 100. Now, Dylan, We worked our way all the way down to number 1 on this. So I listened to music for about 7 hours on Saturday. And after Crows and Port had run out in the field, we'd done the banners. It was like that pre-game, ready to start the ball bouncing. And number 1 on the Hottest 100 in Triple J was In Excess with the Port Adelaide song. And the look on my face, I ripped the thing out of my ear and I'm like, I can't listen to this. Like, this can't be a good sign. This can't be a good sign. Yeah. I started freaking out. This is right before the first bounce. And I just, honestly, I shit myself freaking out. And this is not on.
Oh,
and then
the moment you weren't sitting with him.
The moment Bergman kicked the ball the wrong way, the nerves settled.
You sat.
The nerves settled. And we was like,
not only have they just completely ruined that song, but they've ruined my wedding video because that's the exit song to our wedding.
Oh,
when we're all doing the arch and everyone's like having a good time and kissing and it's like we can never watch it again because they ruined it for me, man.
Dearie me. Anyway, I had to bring that in because although they won the Hottest 100. Geez, the boys, we did the double this week, this year, boys. So that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, I'm just it's one of those things too now where you almost know how the season, like the end of the season, not finals, gets written from here. That's how it feels to me now. I'm okay. I've embraced that. I was talking how long? 6-8 weeks ago, we were talking about embracing. I just I can't wait to get to the end of the start of finals and have this start cooking.
I know. I'm with you.
Because we all know it goes up a notch, and the teams aren't trying to show a whole lot right now either. But I can't wait.
Yep. No, can't agree more. Now, Michael, anything else we got before we jump into the Twitterverse?
No. I'm happy as Larry.
All right. Now,
happy.
Twitterverse. Kane was right. So we're jumping straight off with a Michael tweet. Now, this is from...
Michael. Yeah, Ron Michael. What have I done now?
Now, this is at Squeaky21. Now, he's tweeted out saying, Kane was right. 3 tools will never work in the wet. Yeah, Kano kind of snooking himself a bit there. So Baz has replied, either he admits he's wrong or he says Port is shit.
He's not doing that.
Mm-hmm. Now, the text question. Vardy Magic. So it can't be a Twitterverse without Vards' thoughts. Now, lots of records broken and milestones reached tonight. But the unknown is whether that was Tex's last showdown. And what a game from the big fella. I know not everyone agrees, but if Tex can contribute like that each week, I'm happy for him and to play until he's 40. Thoughts on Texas games, gentlemen?
Boy, it was great. What about that little tap? Loved it. Good by Tex.
So I'm blinded with a lot of stuff, right? We haven't re-signed him for next year.
No, not yet.
Oh, it's an absolute travesty if they don't offer him another year. He's earned another year. Give the man a contract.
Yeah, I think it will come down to, like I said, his body and his head. So does he have the want and the want to get through another preseason, and if his body's going to hold up. But talking to Riley Thilthorpe. Hearing what he had to say on the news tonight, there's a lot of love for the Texan, so I can see it happening. That
was a good little piece by Phil Thorpe. I really enjoyed that.
Alrighty, next one, upset tummy. Now there was a tweet sent out on the Crowvid Twitter account, Mike.
Oh yes, I had gas. I was very nervous.
VP Crow is in the house and he's not feeling it today. And then, funnily enough, there was a reply to that tweet, Michael.
Yes, there was.
VP Crow was self-diagnosed as just some gas and showdown jitters.
Yep.
How's the tummy, fella?
It was fine.
It was fine?
Yeah, as soon as Bergman kicked the wrong way, I'm falling back into my seat now and just not get wet.
All right, NGL. Lou the Drongo's back. Sheik Lou. Not going to lie, Saligo was robbed of his second showdown medal last night. 35-2 is never not BOG. Thoughts, Dylan?
I think if you just go back 15 minutes.
All right, next one. Jake Sauce. Just a quiet 35-2 goals in a showdown. Solly goat.
Can I just say something?
Mm-hmm.
If it's not the biggest rob of all time, Please tell me what is.
It does hit
shame.
Now, Anthony Phillips has tweeted out at AB Phillips. The thing that is different with this Crows group, it is made up of players who supported the club. It hits different. Passion and determination for the club to do well. We've been patient and we've all been frustrated, but now we can enjoy it for what it is.
I like that.
Yep.
You know what? So there you go. You don't have to be angry because I'm angry for you, mate. Yeah. I am not okay. I'm not okay with what happened to Jake.
Oh no, Dylan.
He was right in front of you.
All right, on the DL.
Happened right in front of me. Oh
wow. On the DL, Peter J. Crows. Sam Berry has low-key emerged as a serious player, and we forgot to mention too, his 2 goals from outside 50 on the night, one on his left, one on his right. Amazing. A really good game from Bez. Together with Peatling, has given our midfield a different dimension with burst from congestion, which to be honest, we haven't had since we had the previous number 32, Dangerfield, running around.
Who?
Come on, you remember him?
No, I don't remember him.
His stand up in a tackle and burst from stoppage was second to none. And he's still, to be fair, he's still doing it today at probably 35 years old. So
just see him eating kebabs.
I was about to say, and eating kebabs on the bench.
Oh yeah, how good was that?
I'm all right with it.
Yeah, I am too. He's done his time. He can do what he wants. Yeah. Now Barron's bold claim. So since 2021, we've got Baron von Clark. I have boldly said Crows would win the flag before Port. Michael, you and your fucking instinct tonight. Based on 2 things. The small signs of hope as Crows crept out of the darkness, plus the knowledge that Port would never go further under Hinkley. Carr might change that, but hopefully not before a Crows flag. It's an interesting thought of what the team's going to look like under Carr, isn't it? With this squad. And I guess the next question I want to pose to you boys in looking at Port's, did we dodge a bullet a bit with Lukosius?
Yes.
Yes.
And
what's 2.0?
I'm cautious because he's had an injury-riddled season. But he only wants to play as a forward, and I don't know that he's a true forward. And what they gave up to get him
was a lot.
Not helping their list at the moment. Oh, my phone is doing a dick. All right, next level.
We should put that with the comment from last week or
Joel
the other
Constable.
week.
Joel Constable's back. 24 touches and 2 goals in the second half alone in an absolute monsoon conditions from Solly Goat was next level shit.
The pennies just dropped.
Fucking star. Sorry, yeah, I know I keep rubbing this in your face, mate, but there was so much love for Solly on the night that
my hand's up. I'm just raised my hand. Can I say something?
No.
Please.
I'm just laying a police report. Do I put down the Adelaide Oval's address for where the robbery happened?
Just don't say you're going to kill someone.
Oh, dear. Now, Tragic's novel. Now, you've got to listen to this. Now, oh, my God, my phone is being a complete arsehole tonight. Cricket Tragedy is now, there's a bit here, so just bear with this. He said, what a demolition last night. The Crows demolished a pathetic power outfit in the diabolical conditions at Adelaide Oval. Had it not been for the rain, it could have been one of the greatest margins in VFL. No longer from Port, the ballot had been restored. The Crows hold all the power in this state once more. How good. Some facts. Miles Bergman wants to play for the Crows, methinks. 12 individual goal kickers on the night, 8 wins from their last 9 matches. The biggest showdown victory ever. Port Power's most embarrassing, softest showdown effort in history. The Crows make 5 wins in a row. The last time that happened was 2017. They made the grand final that year. Riley Thilthorpe is unstoppable, both above and below his knees. Last night, he put on a masterclass. Jake Saligo was picked 36 in 2021, and he's got the laughing emoji there. A&B is possibly the greatest leadership recruit in Crows history. James Peatling has been an amazing pickup by the Crows recruiting department. Jordan Dawson, he's finals focused. Dan Curtin, what a recruit, and one of 2 unicorns at the Crows. Worrell and Keane, outstanding intercept defenders. It was Nix's 300th game. It was Dawson's 150th. It's Mark Keane's 50th. And had Isaac Cumming been fit to play, it would have been his 100th as well. The The Crows celebrated in style by feasting on the bones of little brother in the showdown last night and sending Ken Hinkley off in style. Now on to much more important matters. Now, Beltway gave you a bit of a shout out, Michael, during the week. He said he couldn't agree more with you when he said about the showdown, saying about, doesn't matter, we got bigger fish to fry. He said he couldn't agree more.
Thank you, Beltway. Was that tweet of the week?
That was not tweet of the week.
Well, I mean, they listen.
Oh, you're like, hey, Michael, go on. What do you want to say?
Dylan, so you may have missed it again because you're not following us on the X. But last week, once again, we had a Crowvid Listener of the Week awarded to someone who doesn't listen.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Hang on, Dylan, hang on.
Hang on, let the great man talk.
You might as well just award it to me every week.
Now, hang on, Dylan.
Just saying.
Now, Dylan, listen. She tweeted out going, I can't remember exactly what she said, but basically said, I haven't listened to the podcast. And I said, about being listened to the week, said, don't worry, it's just a play on words. It just means that I've used your tweet and it was the best one of the week, so you win. I said, but give us a listen. She did give us a listen, Michael. And so, you know what, boys? Talk about spreading that infection. You're welcome.
Has she returned to listen again? That's,
Well, don't know if she has.
I guess we'll find out. This is the next podcast since the last one. So
the only way to settle this is to bring the person on and let them read their tweet out as you are the fucking speaker of the week.
No, that's too much work for that. That's too much work for that. But you know what, Millie? I know you'll be listening. But she loved it because she's she's got a new moniker now. She is Nostradamus, Millie. And so she is loving it. Now, no arguments here. Where are we up to? Cricket Tragic is back. Dan Curtin has officially arrived. Champion Data has him as the 7th best ranked player in the competition in the past 6 weeks. Coaches at Perth's West Coast Junior Football Club would turn to each other late in a game and ask, should we hit the Dan button? When in doubt, always hit the Dan button. And you know what song comes to mind every time I hear that? Is the Chemical Brothers Galvanized when it's push the button. So you know what, boys? I think that is a button we're going to be able to use for hopefully many years into the future. Because there's a bit of a thing here. It says, so Dan Curtin's junior coach, Seb Morrison, there's a quote here by him. If we'd get to 3/4 time and be a couple goals back, we'd hit the Dan button, put him into the ruck and win every game. The kid is just amazing. All right, Lou the John goes back, having a crack. There isn't a single argument for Tex not getting another year next year.
Was that it? I thought you were reading out tweets.
No arguments?
No arguments. Oh, as long as... Oh, yeah, that's no other pod.
Lift 'em. Peddler fan, deal. Alexander V. On top of the youth, senior blokes are having a crack. On top of the youth, senior blokes are having cracking years too. Laird, Smith when he plays, Dawson, Miller, A and B. It really is a team effort this year. We've got it all over the ground. It's not the youth holding up the seniors or the seniors holding up the youth. We are one team now.
Yeah, and again, I think the most impressive thing, if I can just add something else to that, is when someone comes in and someone goes out, they don't look out of place, do they? Like, how many years did we look at it and go, why the fuck are we playing him? But they don't. They come in, they play their role, we keep moving, and the momentum's there.
Absolutely. Now, Beltway, speaking of the man, he's got his tweet. What have we got? So, a dyed-in-the-wall Port player being the key to Adelaide's final run was not something I saw coming. Hats off to Jack Homsch, assistant coach of the year for mine. Wasn't on my bingo card, but here we are.
No, cannot complain. What a great tweet. That defence is elite.
It is. Our defence is just... All right. Damn straight, we're hardcore. Now, speak of the devil, Millie, here she is. I've noticed since Rash's soccer pass back in round 12, the boys as a whole have been really incorporated the non-traditional passes and taps to advantage into their game. So good. And that is something that we have seen a bit more recently. So, and I think that the goal assist there from Rash, and I'm trying to think, when he did that, the outside of the boot flick pass or through ball. Was he playing Ben Keys on? It was Ben Keys, wasn't it, that went on and then kicked the goal?
Is that first Brisbane?
I can't remember who it was. I feel like it was in at the G. I can't remember who it was, but can't agree more. We are very much trying to be a bit smarter with our taps. So not necessarily always taking possession. And Tex is one of those players that has always done it, to be fair. Like, he's always looking to try and play it on. I think Rankin tried another one through the legs on the night that didn't quite come off. But we are trying to play that ball on into advantage for our teammates, not necessarily just looking for a stat. Okay, interactions for growth. Baz is back. 8th win by more than 10 goals this season by the Crows. I've looked through the records quickly, and I don't think we've had more than 6 10-goal wins in a season before. This team is special, and this isn't close to its peak, which goes back to what you said earlier about where we haven't hit our peak yet.
Nope, not at all.
So I think Frank Milanese, he replied with 7 times in 2017. That's probably our most with 10-goal wins. So our numbers are looking good, guys. Okay. This is the hardcore one. Right. Love AFL long time. Here for the footy has tweeted out, South Australian supporters are hardcore. Bucketing down, cold win, and they all look like they're having the best night out of the footy. Love it. And then Dante White's replied with, Crows fans are hardcore. If it were a Port home game, there'd be nowhere near 46,000 that we had. And that number was pretty fantastic considering everybody knew the weather that was going to be on that night coming in, yet we still rocked up.
Well, that crowd number may have been the peak, but it wasn't what it was at the end. I've never seen so many people just streaming out like half time.
Yeah.
But I did not care.
Christy Field. Watching the game, I'm fascinated by Murray Davis and Matthew Nick's interactions in the box. He's definitely helped Nicks become better, and he's been a great get. Goes to what we were saying earlier again. Okay, under the radar. Corey Wade. Wayne Miller is very much going under the radar with the rise of Worrell and just the back line in general. Putting together a very solid run of footy and the confidence showed tonight. I think I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, but I think it's a great shame what Miller's career has been up until this point for the fact that he's been injured so often and his injuries have been long-term injuries, so he's missed seasons.
Yes.
So he's only just hit basically around that 100-game mark, yet he's probably been on less for 10 years or something. You know what I mean? And he's such a beautiful footballer, and he's always been able to dance on a dime, and he's smart. And for his size, he uses his body and protects the space so well. He's an amazing defender. Yep. An amazing defender. So it's sort of, it's a bit of a shame up until now we haven't seen as much of him as we'd like. But, I guess now that he's fit, you back him in, don't you? Okay. It's our house, all right. Tyson J. Jamison. That was by far my favourite win of the year. You cannot simply walk into our house and expect to win. This is our fucking house. And he's got the fire emojis lit up. This is our house. We are a tough team to beat now at home. I really wish we had that week 5 gather-round game back against Geelong because I'd love to see that clash again.
No. Bring him here for round 1 of the finals.
Well, it's a strong possibility.
It's a possibility.
Yeah. All right. It's an epic. I should have prefaced this by saying it's an epic Twitterverse tonight, but there was a lot of people had a bit to say. Now, we all have PTSD. Now, Radelaide Rob, also a double tweet, Michael. You weren't the only one on the night. Now, Radelaide Rob has tweeted out, anyone nervous about tonight, or have we just been hurt too much?
Too much hurt.
Now, he's tweeted out after the game following that, clearly I still have PTSD. So, boys, I'm going to throw up to both of you. What is your PTSD moments when it comes to the Crows, especially Showdown specifically?
There's only one, isn't there?
Well,
hang on, there's 2.
Everyone's is different, perhaps, but there's definitely
Montfreeze for mine.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Montfreeze one, Deal?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I remember leaving the Amy Stadium that day, fuming. I must have looked like a crazy person walking across Max Bashir, just furious. How dare they make me sit down and make me watch? We were 5 goals up or something, and then you see that ball bounce at right angles. That moment still just every time I see the replay of that, it makes me a little bit of bile comes up.
No, guys, there's no more stress. We're happy. We're happy supporters now. It's on the up. I am telling you, we will fucking win a flag before those assholes even think about it. You know what? Fuck you, Port. How'd your 3 flags in 5 years work out?
Yeah, they look a bit silly for that now, don't they?
Oh, wow. The fact that you actually came out and told everyone that was your plan. So good.
I know. Pretty audacious.
Oh, wow.
Thinking they could piggyback off of Richmond. But anyway.
We did do the same thing.
When?
About 2 years ago.
What'd we say?
A flag.
A flag?
A flag.
In the next?
Yeah, everyone talks about but A flag I'm okay with. But to come out and say we're going to win 3 in 5 years is the most cockiest thing I've ever heard in the world. And to put it out there.
Yeah. Well, Adelaide, Rob, I think all Crows fans, to be fair, because we're a little bit pessimistic at times. We're probably glass half empty, being the fan base that we are, because the shit that we cop and how games are managed, etc. I feel, Rob, we are with you, mate. We all do have a little bit of PTSD, especially when it comes to showdowns. And, buddy, we're getting around you, and that's why you're the Crowvid listener of the week. Boys, the week ahead.
I've got some mail.
Oh, you got some mail.
I got some mail before we move to closing off, and I've got some mail. 2 things will be scrapped next year, beginning of round 1. There will no longer be a sub. It will be gone.
Okay, good. Everyone's pretty over the sub.
And so umpires, party trick, it's over. You will no longer bounce a footy.
Not even?
Okay. Gone.
So where'd you hear that
Gone. One? No, I can't tell you my sources. That's my mail.
All right, so Dylan, if I can just rebuttal to your source. In an ideal world, this is what I would like. I would like 1 solitary bounce at the start of the first quarter.
Gone.
Just 1, Dylan. I want 1 bounce.
Nah. It's gone. The sub gone. Bounce sub gone.
What about boundary throw-ins?
I would just prefer we play last touch out. I love the last touch out. Yeah, because and only again I coached obviously junior football, and it just the game flows so well. And I've drilled my kids just grab the footy and go, right, and they do it, and they're just gone. Boom. Straight across the other side of the ground, we switch it, and bang, you're away. And for me, it's just bring it in now. I know that we haven't been just bring it in. It's the best rule in football. Last touch out, and the opposition takes the ball, off we go. It's going to get rid of all the ugliness in football altogether. The stand rule, I'm not against it. It is bullshit. It's not being policed. Players just run back and drop off, and then someone will come in. And so for mine, that's the last thing we need to do is just last touch out, off we go.
Yeah, I think the stand rule is one of the dumbest rules that's been introduced in JFL.
It is dumb. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So looking at the week ahead, we've actually got a decent game finally for on a Thursday night. So tomorrow night at Marble.
Who's Carlton playing?
I said a decent game.
Actually, Thursday night this is one of the biggest rounds of the season. Quietly.
Yeah. So we're kicking off with Dogs and Giants at Marble Stadium.
Yep.
This is a pretty tough game. Can the Dogs actually get a scalp?
No.
I am backing the Dogs because if they lose, they do not play finals. They have to win this week. Non-negotiable. They're out.
Actually, and just thinking about the Giants too, has there been any further development on the Toby Green incident?
No, but I love Toby.
I do too.
Yes, he's a grub. Yeah, you know what? We need people like Toby just to keep things a little bit interesting around the traps.
If you're scorpion kicking someone in the nads, and the funniest thing about this whole thing is who recorded? Was it Channel 7 that recorded it?
Yeah.
Then They're actually the ones in the shit with the AFL because they're using cameras behind the goals.
No, Nine's in the shit.
Oh, it's Nine, is it?
Because they've broadcast material that wasn't theirs.
Because I'm here. Yeah, all right. So thank you for clearing that up for me. Because because I've heard that actually the people that broadcast are actually the ones in shit. So is Toby Green going to get off scot-free for being a grub?
He got off.
The Milky's the one that's going to be.
He got a week for the forearm smash or whatever it was.
Okay.
The word was, can they late fine him? It's almost like the AFL I think they've walked away from it because of the controversy around the footage and all that stuff. I think it's more of a, well, fuck, we missed that. You can't bring it out now because it shouldn't have been there to begin with. However, he probably because the thing that you know, not my devil's advocate, right? There are young kids watching that.
Yes.
And it's not something I'd want my kids doing at the start of a footy game either, right? So he has to get a week for that.
Yeah. It's a bad.
But goddamn, Toby, I love you.
So now that Toby's out, I think I'm without super confidence. I'm going to take the Dogs.
The thing about the thing, I don't want to get too far ahead because we'll talk about it. But the Suns play Richmond, so there's a win. Fremantle play Carlton, so there's a win. They go further ahead. If the Dogs don't win, they've got 3 weeks and 2 games behind. You know, the math doesn't work. So if the Giants win, everyone's 2 games ahead with 3 weeks of play. The Dogs' season's over. So they have to win for tomorrow night.
Okay. All right. So do you want to leave our game for last and we'll come back to it?
No, just do it.
Do it now?
Yeah.
All right. So Crows, Hawthorn. We've got one force change. Obviously, with Michael Andy coming out, are there any other changes that you foresee?
No.
So for me, I would bring Bondi in for Michael Andy. He'd just be a like for like for me. Matthew Crouch, 36 possessions. He is far too good for SANFL football. Does he come in the place of a Chase Jones as your sub potentially?
No.
Ooh, that's a good one. It's one of those tough ones where I don't think they need to open that box yet. It's a no for mine. I'm with Michael.
Matt can play in Perth and Melbourne.
So are we all taking the Crowies?
Yeah.
Yep. Crows win.
Okay. Saturday kicks off with a blockbuster. Geez, the D's are in trouble, aren't they? Melbourne versus West Coast. Can the West Coast knock them off?
No.
It's D's, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Now, Gold Coast versus Richmond. Gold Coast by how much? Yep. Sydney versus Essendon.
How much?
In what now has become just another dead rubber because the Swans are... Yeah. I think I said maybe a month ago, this is the one team I thought that were outside the 9 that could potentially push, and they've not good enough, quite simply. So... Sydney, Essendon. You still say Sydney beat Essendon at home. Geez, Essendon are just one of the worst clubs going around.
Yeah, they're in a spot where they may as well just trade out all their top end talent and get as many draft picks as they can and go for it now before Tasmania come in.
Now, Saturday night, absolute ripping game. Collingwood, Brisbane at the G.
Brisbane will be desperate because the top 4 at the moment, they could fall out of the top 4 because I did my prediction. I've got them 5th. So this is a must win for them for mine. Collingwood.
Win either way.
Yeah, Collingwood for me. St Kilda, North Melbourne. Geez, you'd have to take the Saints after the last week, don't you?
Have they been on the piss all week? Because I'm pretty sure they were fucking partying pretty hard at Brighton. Saints for mine.
Yeah. And then we got Cats Port Adelaide at the Alphabet Stadium. Yeah. Cats $1.05. I mean, I don't want to talk about gambling, but $1.05. That's like, this is just.
Yeah.
And then obviously gone for the season as well. Like they're the walking wounded, the Maggies.
Good.
And then Sunday night game, I'll be watching. I don't know about you boys, but Freo versus Carlton at Optus
Stadium. Can't wait for this one.
Oh yeah, highlight of my weekend, Jill. Carlton will win by -2.
Don't know about you guys. I'll be watching this one. Probably not.
Oh, you guys are so mean to me. No, they have been playing shit.
You guys are mean to yourselves.
We're like the Catholics of religion. You know, do you know what I mean? Like,
sorry to any of those Catholics who listen.
Yeah.
Apologise to all those Catholic people that are listening.
There's no need to be sorry. They're nodding along with me. They get what I mean. They love more religion.
Sorry, Pope Leo.
Yeah. So, all right, gentlemen. I think we probably said everything that needs to be said. Bit of an epic pod tonight, but there was lots to talk about. So, Michael, get around us on the socials.
Yes, they're all there. Yeah.
TikTok and
Insta and
Twittering. So,
be our next listener of the week.
No, look, Rudday Rob, mate, he's around us. Don't worry. We'll see what happens when I tweet this one out, Neil. All right,
peace out, boys.
Let's get this infection spreading, and we'll be down the Crowvid Friday night.
Easy as.
Let's go, Crows.
Come on, the Crowies.
Harry, take us out.
Night, lads.
Night. Sound tonight, mate. What the fuck happened again? This is going to be like